of 10.
And you're on the punchline with Kelly Pollock and James Dominguez. Singing some jingles.
Oh, yeah.
What it is.
It's true.
We got Damon Martinez. A lot of you guys that are on the show know exactly who he is. And he's a big part of Team Punchline.
Team Punchline.
We got my asshole brother Rick Pavlik here, who is actually a boxing guy.
He is. He knows more about boxing than most of us.
We don't chew on the show. And of course, our great producer, Justin Fantola.
Fortuna. So, what's our day been like?
Hell.
A lot of traveling, huh?
Yeah.
We haven't slept much.
Nah.
I haven't yet.
Like 3 hours since 6:30 yesterday morning. But you know what? We come to bring you guys real shit. What's going on here? So let's top in a little bit today. We had lunch with Rudy Hernandez.
Linares, one of Linares' trainers today.
Mm-hmm.
We had lunch with him. We talked boxing. We talked Linares today, and we talked Lomachenko and
Cecilio
Flores,
strength and conditioning coach.
We talked with Bruce Trampler.
That was cool.
Lee Samuels.
That was cool.
Usyk.
Usyk is a big dude. Usyk is a big dude. They're not fool. That man is fucking huge.
Kovalev. Today, me and Damon.
Yeah, we saw Kovalev this morning.
Cruiserweight.
Jamel Herring.
Jamel Herring's running around.
Jamie Conlon.
Jamie Conlon. We saw Terrence Crawford downstairs.
Yep. We've been busy today.
Terrence Crawford's cool. Real laid back dude.
Yeah. I mean, really.
These assholes did a fucking video without me while I was sleeping.
While we were boozing.
We did a pre-video while we were having a booze.
We were boozing. Justin made us booze.
I was sleeping.
He's always sleeping, this guy.
Damon's reading the questions, Kelly. You don't have to do it.
Oh, cool.
I'm going to do that.
So,
what up, Mac Tyson?
All right, so let's talk about the fight, guys. What do you think, Ricky, on Lomachenko and ours?
I think it's going to be a clinic. I think Linares, you were saying earlier, Linares, the first couple rounds, I think he might give him a fight. He might win the early rounds when he's using his size, but too much skill, too much movement. I think as the fight goes on, after the sixth round, I think he's gonna coast to an easy decision.
Lomachenko's gonna coast,
or it's gonna be another quit on the.
I don't see Linares quitting a fight.
I'm going on a part of it as Linares is big. He's really big and he's fast. And he, again, going off his last performance, he looked really good and sharp. But at the same time, Lomachenko, and he's that good. This is actually going to be a fight where I sit back and I'm not going to think about who's going to win. I really just want to go watch what happens and enjoy the fight. I don't want to be worried about having to hop on the punchline and be like, told you motherfuckers what was going to happen. This is a fight where...
Because we don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I want to just sit back, watch it, and see what you guys say and what you think of the results. And that's the type of fight. Lomachenko is just that good. And listen, he's beatable. Anybody that gets in the ring is beatable, and anything can happen. Especially when you get a guy that hits like Linares. I mean, shit could change in there. But as of right now, I just think Lomachenko is too much with the movement and speed and natural athletic ability.
What do you think, Damon?
What do I think? I think it's gonna look a lot like Linares is gonna be strong early. That's what I think. I think Linares is gonna be the one to come on strong early, and that's gonna go until about rounds 5 and 6. I think that's when the skill set of Lomachenko is gonna start to show. I think he's gonna start to read him. And I think I agree with a lot of what James said. I think it's going to come down to the battle of the corners and minor adjustments. You know what I mean? Because we were talking earlier about how Linares is the faster man with his hands. With his hands, though. It doesn't mean he does combination punching. It just means he has faster hands. I think that's going to play out early.
I don't agree. I don't see that. I don't think he's quite quicker hands. No, absolutely not.
On the draw?
No, not even.
I do absolutely.
I think Linares is quick. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's not.
You can use that on the inside too.
But I don't. I think he's fast enough though, compared to some of the other guys, other than Rigondeaux, that could hit. Rigondeaux was fast.
Rigondeaux was fast.
Yes, very fast. I mean, obviously you've seen what he did in the amateurs and as a pro, but it's just different. I mean, it's a different.
I think we gotta really look at the size factor.
I think
too.
Lomachenko. I think
Size
Lomachenko
factor
has
too.
the faster feet. I think Linares has the faster hands.
Well, Linares can follow him around either all night. Get
Linares is good at cutting the
gonna
ring
have
off.
to-
Linares is good at cutting the ring off. That's one thing he does well.
But that's a really good point, James. But Lomachenko's not your conventional mover.
No, but I also think having a corner man like
no
Rudy
way
is
he's
going to
gonna
be a
move.
big
That's
feather
gonna
in
be
his
a
cap
difference.
tonight.
Yeah.
I think Linares has the edge as far as a corner.
Hey James.
Yep.
Brian Wan wants to know if he can borrow your sweater sometime.
You have it.
Hey, there you go, Brian. You can have it. What about what we heard earlier today?
Brian, you can borrow my
About-
shirt too.
Him being 156 pounds. You think there's any truth to that?
Well, the trainer said it. Yeah.
I think that's going to be a big.
The trainer said that
Oh, that's gonna play a big role.
they did the post weigh-in, and Lomachenko weighed 137 or 38. I'm sorry, he gained about 4 pounds, and 153 was Linares, and he's still not done gaining weight yet. So that's
I
almost 20.
think we're going to see. I think Linares is going to bring out the best version of Lomachenko we've ever seen.
I don't see he's going to quit on the stool.
I could agree with that.
I think he's
No,
going to
that's-
force him to bring out the best version that we've seen. And I think Lomachenko at a point mid-fight is going to dig and be like, I really got to kick this dude's ass.
Yeah.
Or you could just see a slow
A slow. Yep.
progression of Lomachenko picking it up.
Well, I think that's what's going to happen. I think Lomachenko's going to win the fight, but I think the first few rounds it's going to take a little bit for Lomachenko to get used to that speed. He's never fought anybody as fast as Linares.
Gary Russell was probably considered the fastest.
Gary
guy in the
Russell was
sport.
fast, but he was ineffective. You know what I mean? I could be fast all day, but if I'm missing you by a foot every time I throw at you because I have a 36 inch reach. You know what I mean?
What do you guys think it is? William
It'd
Miller.
be interesting.
What's up, William? I think Loma starts out respectful of Linares' size and hand speed. Loma opens up that way versus Walters. He's smart. What do you think of that? That he respects him early.
Damn, check that out though.
Motherfucker.
I think that's probably.
Asshole.
I think that's.
Kelly Pavlik is an asshole in real life.
I think that's a possibility. I think he will be respectful, but I think he can't be too respectful because Linares will run over you if you're too respectful.
What about that right hand, though?
Who, Linares?
Linares' right hand.
Linares has a good. But
Wait, oh,
I think Lomachenko has a great chin.
What was the question on that? I was too busy getting you with the circle.
You got me with the circle.
I know that. That's in the
He's
bank.
an asshole in real life. He's a rapist and an asshole.
Hey,
Hey, William Miller. I think Loma starts out respectful of Linares' size and hand speed.
Loma does, though, if you really watch his fights, the first 2 rounds, pretty much with every opponent, though, he does. I mean,
Yeah.
he puts the shots out there, he pit-a-pats, but he breaks you down that way, and he's actually reading you while he's doing that early on in the fight.
Well,
So it might be the same routine for Lomachenko still, though. You know, that's what I'm going on again, like, Linares has the potential to do everything that you guys are saying, and I'm not arguing that with you guys at all. I see your side to it, but at the same time, that's why I'm going, fucking Lomachenko's that good, though. It could be another fight where we don't think it's going to happen,
Yeah.
but Linares quits
might-
6-7.
It could go
I
that
just
way.
don't see Linares quitting. But the thing is this. I really
What
do.
about Jason?
I think where Lomachenko and a guy like Mayweather were a lot the same. Lomachenko takes that round or two. Lomachenko takes a round or two and he's figuring his opponent out. That's what he's really doing. He's figuring out his opponent's strengths and weaknesses, and he's gathering information. He's putting data together for the 3rd and 4th round. And you know what? You're going to see a lot of body punches from Lomachenko to slow Linares down tonight.
Yo, we got a question from Sergio Voorhees. Kelly, do you think the 5-pound jump will have any effect on Loma? We've seen many fighters go from 140 pounds to 147 pounds, and power doesn't carry.
That power's going to carry.
Yeah.
I don't really think he's a huge puncher to begin with, though.
Who, Lomachenko?
Lomachenko can pop when
He
he
hits
wants
He
to.
can
hard.
pop. He can keep you honest, like we were talking about
No,
Mayweather.
when he
home
digs,
run.
when Lomachenko digs, which he does once in a while, he could hit.
He hit Sosa. Was it Sosa?
Yeah.
And that shit cracked.
You can hear from a 130-pounder throughout the entire arena. Body shot.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Kelly and Ricky, while we're here, right? Me and James were talking about this earlier. What does this do for the pound-for-pound list? Between Bud and Lomachenko, this fight, what does it do
This
for that
fight
list?
right here probably won't change it yet. Let's still keep it with Crawford. Now, if he was to step up and fight Garcia or something like that, then
I don't know.
we can
I think
switch
it changes
hands.
it. drastically. It flips.
I think after how Linares looked his last fight, and if Lomachenko goes in there and does what he does like against every other opponent,
What up, Norman?
you know what I'm going to say, that he should be number one.
I have Crawford number one, but listen, here's my thing. What is Crawford doing besides postponing Horn over and over again, right? That's what they're doing. Lomachenko is still busy, and he's still fighting. If Lomachenko wins this fight, Lomachenko's going to move to the number one on the list. It's that simple. Boxing's a what have you done for me lately sport.
Yeah.
It is.
I agree.
What have you done for me lately?
Even though it doesn't really matter who's one or two. I mean, they're going to switch hands. They don't stay.
But I think
it's always a matter of fight away.
I think it's a pride thing, but I think they can switch very easily. Lomachenko's in a position where he could look good and go to 2 and look like shit, go to 3. Do you know what I mean? And end up right under Errol Spence.
What about the punchless pressure that he uses, that Lomachenko uses? You think he's gonna pull that off on Linares?
I talked about this last time. I think Tuesday we talked about it a little bit. And Lomachenko just don't break you down physically. He literally breaks you down mentally.
Without throwing punches.
Yeah, without throwing punches. Again, I know how I want to explain it, but it's not my field. But again, I'm going to go off the small twitch muscle and how fast he is naturally and effortlessly. How quick he moves and the angles he makes, and then the feints and everything else that he keeps bringing at fighters. It tires them out mentally because they're flinching and they're trying to pick up when he's going to fire. They're trying to turn with him, spin with him, and just overall he just zaps the energy right out of the body. That's hard, and that's how he wears his guys down. And of course, he gets busier as the fight goes on. So in boxing, when you're in there fighting and you're trying to think and you're putting this game plan together, with 99% of the other fighters out there, you can somewhat get a strategy against them. Okay? With Lomachenko, you really can't. You can't get a strategy because you don't know what angle he's coming from. He picks it up as the fight goes on, so chances are, if you let him throw 6 punches in spurts 4 times around, that he's only going to get stronger as the fight goes. And every time that you think you're picking up on his movement, he's spinning another way. It's fucking frustrating. But the only thing that could hurt Lomachenko, and especially in this fight of all fights, is he does get a little reckless, and yes, he could eventually move into a big shot. Mm-hmm. If that don't happen, though, I see it being hard to beat him.
Well, Lomachenko does not have a glaring weakness. We know Linares has a glaring weakness. We know Linares' chin has let him down a couple times in his career, and he cuts easily. Lomachenko doesn't have that glaring weakness. So, as far as I know, I got Lomachenko winning the fight. I just don't think it's going to be an easy night for Lomachenko. I think he's going to earn this win.
And you might be 100% right.
I normally am.
What about what Rudy had to say about?
I know. What's that?
What about the stage of where Linares is at?
What about
in his career since DeMarco? You think that plays into it? Is he an older fighter, or is he doing good? Is he doing great right now?
I think he's doing good. I think the sharpest he's looked well.
Yeah.
Rudy said no change, right? In his mind, Rudy said no change. Keep Crawford one.
Yeah, Rudy had Crawford too. One as one.
We got Johnny Aguirre. It's kind of a played out question, but what's your pick on Loma versus Mikey at 135?
I got Mikey, just because he's a bigger man.
And you know what, and maybe a little bit biased. Which you guys know I'm a Loma fan too, but I think I agree. I think because of Mikey's technical ability and size, that could fall into his advantage.
And you got a good chin too.
Yeah, and
Lipinez is hitting him with some.
He's just so smart. I think Mikey could adapt better than anybody. I think Mikey could pick up on quickly. Mikey's ring IQ might be high, every bit as high as anybody. Him and Floyd.
Yep, and also I think he hits harder than Linares. Mikey does, and it will be hard for Lomachenko to get past that kind of power.
William Miller got another one. Linares starts off looking like he's going to take his guy out in 5 rounds, but then goes flat. Lomachenko builds off of every round. Do you think Linares can change gears in the second half of the fight tonight? Or will Loma start to blow him out beyond the mid rounds?
I don't think so. I think once Lomachenko gets ahead, I think it's just going to get worse.
It depends, like you were saying. He cuts, and Lomachenko does that to people. It's quick, you know. So if he's busted up early in the fight, that can break his will. You know,
I just
want to come forward no more after.
Yeah, I just don't see Linares quitting. I will be shocked if he quits. Linares is not a guy who quits.
Lyman Paulie agrees his face will not hold up. TKO 10 for Loma. That Loma might chop him up. Just work on chopping him up.
But to be fair, we saw Lomachenko Mariaga, right? And Lomachenko broke down as well too by a puncher that's not even close to what Linares is.
I got a little inside scoop earlier,
yeah,
and I'm not going to touch on it much. You're bringing up Linares, Lomachenko, and Mikey Lomachenko. Another thing is going into that, what could be a big difference between Linares fighting Lomachenko and Mikey fighting Lomachenko is one camp really hasn't worked on how to take control of, or how to a game plan.
Yeah,
for Loma. You know damn well in Mikey's camp that they're going to have chalkboards and videos and everything else going.
Equations,
multiple equations. Yeah,
fight happening.
All types of chemistry and shit going on. And that I think that's another big thing. And with Mikey being as smart as he is and giving him 8 weeks, that's another thing too that you have to take into consideration of that fight happening with Mikey and Lomachenko.
Ricky's saying he don't think it happens though.
He's gonna go fight. I think Mikey wants to go to 147. He's talking about Spence and the money's up there.
Mikey just dropped to 35 because he knows 40 was rough on him.
Yeah.
Josh Turner. think Kelly's using PEDs. Dude done got swole.
Might as well. Fuck, I do everything right.
You do cocaine? You work at Walmart?
I sip fucking
Sergio Borges again.
Ammonia. I siphon gas. I fucking
Eat kitty litter.
You kick babies in the head.
Shoot crack and snort heroin.
How high in weight do you think Loma can go?
138.
Oh shit! You guys gotta answer this.
What's that?
I'm sending it. Who's got the phone on? Kelly? You?
Yeah, same.
Hold on. This
It's all about the numbers.
is gonna be controversial.
Uh-oh.
This guy's got a long name.
Is it Russian?
No, it's just a long screen name.
Okay, here's the question.
That whole thing's his name before the
Boxing skills first resume. Second stop, thinking power is everything. Mikey would get his ass beat. He played with Mariaga. You guys don't know boxing at all.
Mikey played with Mariaga?
The guy's name is Boxing Skills First, Resume Second. That's what his YouTube name is.
So,
You don't know boxing?
boxing skills first resume. Second stop, thinking power is everything. Where the fuck do you get that? I don't know boxing.
Who said that?
That guy said, Kelly, we don't know
We
boxing.
don't know boxing at all. It's got to be the stupidest fucking thing to ever come from somebody's mouth.
Take it with a grain of salt. Everybody's got an opinion.
No, I know, but it is his opinion. But
Well, finish what he said.
no, that was it.
Brian, you're right. It's an obvious troll.
Thinking power is everything. Mikey would get his ass beat.
Yep.
Yeah, and secondly, you don't have to be ignorant. You know, you could have said that right there. That's all you could have said. But when you fire into,
But
you guys don't know boxing.
normally when somebody has their name as Boxing Insider or Boxing Nut, you're normally a fucking peckerhead bitch that would say something like that.
Dog.
Yeah, I gotta tell you what.
Hey, take it.
We're just saying, Mikey's more than just power.
No, man,
We're talking about
this is
technical
fun.
ability.
It is fun.
I like when people have different opinions, but when you start getting into little digs, that's the shit that
Little
pisses
cheap
me off.
shots.
I think Mikey would win.
I
Okay.
think Mikey stopped there.
But
Size
you know,
is there.
I just don't like. There's no reason to insult people. If you don't like it, fucking unsubscribe or don't watch the show.
Hey, he hasn't subscribed yet, so if he's
Well,
gonna
I mean,
insult, at least
subscribe
subscribe to
and
the show.
insult,
before
fuck.
he fucking
Yeah.
But you know what? If Lomachenko wins, he fucking wins.
Derelict.
What did we say that didn't say that Lomachenko was gonna not win this fight? Someone at the studio.
Hey, my man David Bull chimed in.
No, that was Justin laughing in his coffee.
Loma at 8. Levels, guys, levels. James Dominguez looks a made man that owns a pizza joint. What up, my dog?
Like Mario Brothers.
Armando Guerrero. I'm a huge Crawford fan, but Lomachenko has fought more pound-for-pound fighters. I don't agree with that. His win versus Rigo.
But it's
Crawford
a
has
close.
fought better fighters.
Simple reason many people had Rigo as their top 3 pound for pound at the time.
Yeah, but one.
Bud hasn't fought a top pound for pound fighter.
Who said
Really?
that? Who said that?
Armando.
Armando, thank you. Thank you very much.
So wait a minute.
Thank you.
So 10 guys that are all ranked in the fucking top 5, right? Or top 10. One guy that quit in the middle of a fucking fight is gonna equal out.
But but the biggest thing that he said, not with that, the biggest thing that Armando said was simple reason many people had Rigo as their top 3 pound for pound at the time. Yes, indeed. Sure. And when Lomachenko went there and whooped his ass,
I think
it was. Oh well, he was this. He was too small, and he was all this bullshit.
Well, hey,
so like, what does Lomachenko really have to do though? Listen,
he has to win tonight convincingly.
And the opposition after tonight, Loma wins tonight. It's close now. It's getting close on who they fought. Truly is.
Let's do this.
But listen again, and I want to say this. I'm done getting mad about it because I sat down and I really thought about what we talk about with this pound for pound. And no, I'm not mad. Actually, it's cool that people think that more people, and I know, and I will admit it, more people think that Crawford should be number 1 pound for pound, and I can definitely see their point.
Let's do this.
I can see it.
I think
I'm not arguing
that fight hurt him a little bit too.
Look at this. Crawford has a 10-0, 7 knockouts in world title fights. That's more fights than Lomachenko has in his whole career. He has 10 defenses.
And the argument, I can understand if you guys have Crawford number 1. What?
Look, let's do this, guys. Look, let's just bring up 3 names. Your of course Gamboa, when he could fight, right? Victor Postol, who was ranked top 5 in that division. Julius Ndongo, who everybody thought was going to give Crawford a hard time. Let's go to Ray Beltran, who's fucking good.
Tough.
Ray Beltran.
Tough.
And remember right now when we were at
really got out of the last 2 fights.
You know what I'm saying?
That's an older
We were
older
talking
guy.
about how Crawford could have stopped him, could have stopped Postol. He chose not to stop Postol. What do you think of that? That he could have done it and decided not to do it.
All right, well, this convo's over.
No.
James has no filter. Rip him a new one. Josh Turner.
Fuck that dude, man. Not Josh. Fuck that dude. He gets, anytime.
That's close, man.
Anytime somebody puts in their name, boxing expert, super pad man, mid guy, fucking championship boxing, know it all, you're a fucking bitch. And you suck dick for a living.
Mouthpiece is life.
Rigging down, man. That's a hell of a win, man.
That's a big win, dude.
That's tough. That's tough.
You know what? The reason why they think you get Mikey, because there's they got a personal issue with Mikey. Do you know what I mean? It has nothing to do with that.
Pound for pound,
you get on some of these.
It's an opinion list.
No, we get on these. You get on these boxing groups. There's some people that just hate Mikey, or they hate Lomachenko, and they hate them just to fucking hate them. There is no reason to hate.
Even if you hate someone, you have to acknowledge the skills that they
You have to acknowledge it.
I mean, you got people that go out and grab women's crotches and beat the shit out of people and still shit, and they're still like the number 1
grab
fan.
the pussy, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
got Trump with it.
Hey, you know what? Fuck, I don't know, man. I don't know. I hate Tom Brady.
The main thing about that, again, we like when people disagree with us.
I do. I don't mind it, but to say the shit like that.
Yeah, and you know what? Another reason why he didn't have a comeback for it, or a reason why, is because he don't know fucking shit, and he knows that if he tries to explain why, that's only going to make him look fucking stupid.
He would have a comeback. I was waiting for him to.
But
it's a troll account, man.
But the thing is this: I fucking hate Tom Brady, but it doesn't take away from the fact that he's probably the greatest quarterback to ever play the fucking game.
Champ, what is the game plan for Jorge to beat Loma? Thanks, Champ.
We talked about this Tuesday, Kelly.
Yeah, I personally, I think that who asked that question?
Joey Cueva.
Joey, I think that Linares is going to have to come and pretty much expect to get hit, go in, try to work the body, fire at the body, if not only landing body shots to try to slow down and tire Lomachenko, to hope that maybe he moves into one and ducks down into one and you catch him on the head or the chin, and keep the pressure on him that way. It's really hard to cut the ring off with Loma because he don't move like a conventional boxer.
No.
He's all over, in and out. So I would say that's the main way to do it. And you know what, you guys, James, you mentioned this before, and probably to punch while he's punching, because I think Linares, if they're other than Rigondeaux, is anybody that can match or come close to matching Lomachenko speed-wise is going to be him.
I thought about what Kelly said last week on the show, and he had a good point. You cannot fight Lomachenko as a technical boxer. If you go. Felony facts, part 2.
Felony facts.
Felony the line.
Manhattan.
Why is Justin running too?
Damn, Justin, come back.
No, but my thing is this: if you fight Lomachenko like a boxer, you're gonna get your ass whooped. You cannot fight Lomachenko like a boxer. You're going to have to make that dirty boxing. You're going to have to be rough. You're going to have to be awkward. You're going to have to throw looping shots.
I don't see people.
You got to put on. You got to put on that motherfucker.
Trying to find a room for uppercuts.
You're going to have.
You got to put on that vest.
You're going to have to be dirty to fight
Lomachenko.
You can't.
That's why I say.
If you fight, yeah, exactly, Rick. If you fight somebody technical like that,
it's going to be a wash.
If you fight somebody technically like that, you're going to get washed by Lomachenko. You're going to have to be rough and throw shots that are not timed. You're going to be off your timing. You're going to have to jab behind what you're doing.
What do you think about this? Orlando Carr. I'll say Linares has more power than Lomachenko.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But I agree, Orlando. I agree with that. But Lomachenko is better to the body than Linares. Lomachenko will fuck your world up into the body. And you know what? If you have a good body attack, that nullifies anybody's power. A good body attack is better than a good shot to the chin, right, Kelly?
No.
I would rather when I fought, I would rather get hit to the chin than the body.
What I continue to hear and the trend from the punchline group is that the body work will dictate the fight.
I agree.
Yep.
Usually
does all the time.
And Lomachenko's the better body puncher. I thought
though, it's very sneaky.
I thought he was going to kill some of those body shots.
Okay. You got one. Michael Christinger Jr. says, Mikey probably stars Loma, in my honest opinion. He could be outboxed tonight if Jorge on his A game.
Why not? But
anything can happen.
Anything can happen. You're right. Anything can happen. But do I think so? I don't think so. I think the best of Lomachenko's to come. I think Linares has a short window, and I think it's a 4-round window, personally. 4 to 5 round window. And once that window closes, you can cancel Christmas. Lomachenko's going to fuck you up.
And Michael, again, this goes on. This goes on the. Mike, this goes on what I was talking about. Why I want to sit back, watch this fight, and see what happens. I don't see Linares outboxing Lomachenko, but I can see it being a close fight, tough. But I can also see the other part of it as where Lomachenko outclasses him. So, it's a good point you brought up, though, and thank you. I mean, that's that's a really good point.
Guys, all joking aside, we appreciate the arguing and we appreciate the comments. You guys are the ones that make this show.
Robert,
but the disrespect thing, we will, we're going to argue back. But you guys that love the show and you will ask questions, we love that. That's what makes the show. Also, we got a contest. Kelly doesn't even know the contest. I made a contest behind his back because I always do that.
Okay, well,
whoever gets the most shares will get my credential from Linares Lomachenko fight, and it will be autographed by Kelly. And I will throw in.
So James could get $40 for it too.
I did not get 40. It was a ship out of the country.
Not only
40 for the path of the game.
Yeah, we gotta tell you what.
Dude, really?
Fucking last week, guy says.
You guys are gonna fuck up this contest about
no,
subscribes.
No, it's not fucking guys.
Listen, the contest.
This contest is good.
You should fucking eat pad mushroom stamp that.
I can't.
Right.
That'd be amazing.
Listen, guys.
He gets this thing in the mail for me to sign autograph for some guy, and the guy sends him $20-some.
He said it to ship it back because it came from Canada.
Yeah.
Because I had to pay for it. I paid.
Yeah.
Wait, I paid for all the stuff to go back out of my pocket for all the autographs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Hey, Paulie PJ Johnson.
Wait. Let me finish real quick. We're doing this contest. Whoever gets the most scribes will get my Linares Lomachenko credential.
And I will sign it.
It will have Kelly's signature, Lomachenko, and Linares' signature on there. I will get all 3 signatures tonight. And maybe I'll get Usyk too and Kovalev on there.
Big,
Whoever gets the most subscribes will get that tonight. Will get that. Whoever gets the more people subscribed will get that credential from me.
Okay.
And maybe Kelly will throw his in too.
I need another favor after answering this question for Lonnie. He needs.
Lonnie.
He needs. Yeah, we got to try to figure out. Lonnie, I'm going to work on it. These guys are all over the place. I'm gonna definitely try. He's been asking for the autograph. I feel bad.
Who's autograph?
I think even maybe Loma.
I can get it from Cecilio tonight.
Yeah,
I'll get you, Lonnie.
We're gonna work on it. We got another YouTube comment from Michael Christinger. If he wins the first 3 rounds, Linares definitely has a problem. Agreed.
Okay.
And yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Lomachenko's a front runner, guys. If he gets ahead, he's going to stay ahead of you.
Yeah.
The thing is this: Lomachenko's a notoriously slow starter. He's like Floyd in the fact that he's trying to gather data. He's a genius fighter. Let's be honest, guys. He's a genius. He's a once in a generation guy.
So you got to load up them early rounds if you're gonna beat him in the long run.
He's gathering data. He's gathering data.
Get a little dirty.
All of a sudden,
step on his
Linares is a fast starter. So yeah, it's gonna.
Dayton Henry Jr. This one might go to you.
What's that?
Linares doesn't have his regular trainer. I believe this will be a factor.
You're right, and he has a better trainer. Go ahead. You can do that question.
I think it's going to be a lot different. I mean, he has probably one of the most technical minds in his corner. I mean, we all just sat down with the man and we grilled.
And we're not because we just sat down with the man either.
We went to lunch with the guy.
We've known Rudy's worked my corner. We've been in boxing. I've been in boxing too with this guy in my corner.
He was my first trainer.
Yeah.
Boxing skills, second resume, and top, third base, shortstop. Whoever you are.
Yeah, I really think Rudy is a game changer. I think the talent is going to go to Linares' side. The corner experience and the better corner is Linares.
No, you said talent was going to go to Linares.
No, the talented corner, not the fighter.
Oh, okay.
Talented corner.
Look at how he had Gennaro switching.
He had Gennaro fucking beautiful. Hey,
every second.
Well,
every part.
let's talk about Rudy, okay, for a second, guys. He trained his brother Gennaro Hernandez to a Hall of Fame career. Edwin Valero was a fucking monster.
That was a great conversation.
Chocolatito Gonzalez in his prime, and Carlos Cuadras in his prime,
and Inoue.
And Inoue, dude. What else can you do?
He can stop cuts like a motherfucker.
And he stops cuts, and he also worked with everybody in the UFC.
And he also worked my corner one fight, which is probably where he gained the most experience.
What did you think about? What did you think about him as a cut man compared to the other ones? Because I know you had Miguel Diaz, who's a legend.
Right there, most experience.
Yeah, most experience.
The one night, right there.
You had Miguel Diaz, who's a legend.
That's all. Actually, I was a cut to fight that Rudy worked, but Rudy showed it and just. It's funny when you say that. He was a cut man, but just the presence in the locker room and dressing room and the little tips that he gives you. And again, guys, this ain't kissing no ass. I mean, I'm being dead honest.
I'm kissing ass. I love Rudy.
But I love Rudy.
But we don't kiss ass on the show. We really don't. We will say it. Like, okay, guys, as much as we love Mikey, I'm going to come out and say it. Errol Spence beats Mikey. I said it. I love Mikey. I've known Mikey since he was little. And Kelly, he was your teammate.
Yeah.
But Errol Spence beats Mikey right now.
Ain't my friend.
You guys might not be asking, but you're a bunch of dick suckers.
We're dicks. We ain't worth a shit.
Just saying.
No, but we're not. Like, we got into it last week. Oh, I can't believe you guys said something about Ryan Garcia sucking on this fight. Just because.
That was harsh.
No, just because. Just because
he's low key like that,
Just because a fighter comes on the show does not mean
this cocksucker when he wants,
No, just because a fighter comes on the show doesn't mean that we're here to kiss their ass.
No, you're right.
True. Remember, I asked you about that before
Post,
I brought it up.
What I say, run with that shit. Post it. Fuck them. If they don't want to come on the show again, then they don't need to be boxing because boxing is a fucking thick-skinned sport.
I got a funny meme I want to post, but I don't think I can.
This one goes back to what we're talking about with generations. All right. Mayweather's ring IQ, Ali's ring IQ. You think Loma has that ring IQ this early in his career?
Not Ali's, but it's getting there.
Yeah.
What do you think, Kelly?
I still think that he's just so. That's another. He has very good ring IQ, but I just think that his natural ability and athleticism overtakes his IQ. Right now he don't have to rely on that
IQ right now.
or bring that. But now, if you're going to go into putting people in with those guys like Ali and Floyd, you got to throw Mikey in there.
Errol Spence is a high IQ.
Yeah,
Terrence Crawford has a high IQ.
I still think Mikey's one of the top.
Oh, Mikey is very, very cerebral. He's a cerebral fighter.
Division weight champion.
What?
Was it 4 division?
Four division. But he's cerebral. I mean, he uses his mind first.
We've got 6 minutes left, guys.
We were talking about what we were talking about the same thing we talked with Rudy earlier. The thing that Mikey and Lomachenko both have in common is they find distance with. The thing Mikey and Lomachenko have in common is they find distance with their feet and not with their hands. Instead of pawing punches and looking to create distance with their gloves, they create it with their feet by shifting.
Hey, Justin, you're a good little book. You want a little cup of coffee?
Felony coffee.
Yeah, put that good shit in it too.
So guys, we got a couple of minutes left. Final predictions.
I got Lomachenko by decision, by unanimous decision tonight.
I got me sitting there watching with a big smile on my face, enjoying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say here. I got Lomachenko 117-111.
You heard that. 117-111 unanimous. I got a split decision.
I got no knockdowns either.
Lomachenko.
What do you got? Split?
Split decision.
You know what? Let me tell you.
So in other words, what you're
let me
real quick.
let me tell.
So in other words, what you're saying is Loma split decision. So what that probably means, due to the fact that Loma's top rank, is that you got Linares winning the fight handily, but them giving it to Loma split decision.
Conspiracy theories out there.
No, it's not. Linares is not
true.
top rank. Linares is Team Tekken.
Yeah, so
Rudy's
that's
team.
kind of what that was. Really,
And Lomachenko's top rank.
yeah.
They are
So that's
not
what you
going to
got.
give Linares a decision if it's close.
See that makes you have to rethink that whole. So is that you saying that Linares is going to win that fight by like 4 rounds?
If
and
Linares
give
swept
it to
every round,
on a split?
if Linares swept every round, it'd be a decision. It would be a draw.
I hit you with that motherfucking curveball. You didn't see that.
Nah, I wasn't ready for that.
I didn't want to tell Kelly.
I need another beer.
I didn't want to tell Kelly. We talked about that yesterday, didn't we, Kelly?
What?
About that, them being different teams, and that
Yeah.
Linares wouldn't get a decision regardless.
Really?
He's
Yeah,
Team
yeah,
Tekken.
Yeah, that's true.
Linares' team's out of Japan.
He's gonna get
Mr. Honda
getting
is his
stopped
promoter.
late.
I don't see him
What?
getting stopped. I think
Linares getting stopped
Lomachenko's
late.
I can see it. You know what?
Busted up.
I can't argue with you, Ricky, but I see it. I can see that, and I can see Lomachenko and that body work being cashed in early.
Watch us all be fucking wrong.
I just see Linares
Watch him
giving
get
him a
caught
really
with a
hard
lucky
fight early
shot
on.
early.
Linares knocked Lomachenko out in the first round. Bro.
So you're pretty much just going with it's going to be a close fight,
What do you
going to
think?
split decision.
Hey, Justin, what do you
change
think?
I see one judge
Ass rate
Sticking it.
6.
Asked by
That's
Lomachenko.
I see one judge sticking somebody.
Hey, Boo, can you put a little bit of cold
Little
water in
song
that
to come
too?
up.
I don't know. There's good
Too
judges
hot?
tonight.
I can
Yeah.
stir it with my dick.
Who's on the panel?
It's got some extra fucking
Patricia
cheese
Jarman,
in
Jack
Walking
Reese,
around watching
and
it, a little sweaty.
Reese
I got some
fucking-
Tic Tacs
yeah,
over there
yeah.
if you're going to do that. The same thing.
Who I see you, D.
and that Puerto
There's
Rican
a separate
fucker.
bathroom over there. We can go back and fucking.
There's a bathhouse down the street.
There's weird shit
I
going
know-
on right
I know
now.
how you
That's
feel.
not part of it.
It's a
I know
boring
you
one
have that
right down
oral
the street.
fixation, champ. You just gotta get those oral sensations out. Handle
Who's the
that.
first fight?
Back into
Vaseline.
Yeah. There you go.
All right, guys. Well, we had a little disorganized show. We just talked like we wanted.
I thought it was a great show.
Me too.
I did too.
Daniel got sad when I wanted to cut it, but I think he forgot the fight started at 5.
Yeah,
and
we
Fozzie's fighting.
We gotta be
Vaseline.
down there at 4:30, huh? Fozzie is fighting. We saw him earlier.
Vaseline, Olympic gold medalist.
Yep.
He
We were
also,
talking about him at lunch too.
yeah, he did. He did. Fozzie.
I really haven't got to see him fight pro yet, so I'm curious to see.
Well, he gave Lomachenko everything he could handle in the amateurs.
In the amateurs, yes.
He beat Lomachenko in the amateurs. That's Lomachenko's first loss, and only loss in the amateurs was to Vaseline.
That's gonna be interesting then.
Was,
I haven't seen.
they call him Fozzie. That's
Hey,
what they
Simon,
call him.
what's up, Simon? Simon, you need to be up here.